Hi. Uh, let's talk about a problem where you are being asked to check if the number is palindrome or not, right? So you will be given a number and you have to check programmatically, write a program that will say, okay, this is a palindrome or this is not. So what do we mean by palindrome first? Let's understand. So palindrome is like something like uh, you have a number, let's say 1, 2, 3, okay? If you reverse the number, so if you change it to reverse, it will be 3 to 1. So this should be matching, right? The number and its reverse should be equal. So for example, if you take 7007, so this is a palindrome, because if you reverse 7007, so it will become palindrome. Okay, so this is the property of palindrome. Okay, and if you just kind of remember this property, right? So the number and its reverse has to be same, then we call it palindrome, right? It can be even digit, odd digit. For example, odd digit 1 to 1, right, is palindrome, right? So same, right? So you just have to remember the reversal property, right? So now the next thing would be you have to find a way to reverse a number. Okay, so how would you do that? Okay, how would you do that? So again, same thing, right? You keep on taking mod, right, mod 10 of a number. So what I'm saying is take n mod 10. So what does this give? So it will give you, let's say if number is 1, 2, 3. So for example, if you take that number, if you take mod, you will have 3. Okay, so now what we are able to find is, with mod we are able to find the last digit. Okay, last digit of the number. Okay, so what we can do, one way is like we can start building the same number. Okay, we can start building the new number with the same, right? So for example, I can I got 3, and then what I'll do is I will again divide this by 10, so it will become 12, right? Same, I will do a mod, I will get 2. So what I'm going to do is, whatever first number that I got, I'm going to multiply this by 10 and then add this guy. So whatever I get is 32. Same, after that what I'm going to do is I will divide 12 by 10. So 12 by 10 will be, right, is 1. Okay, so with 1 you will do 1 mod 10 equals to 1. So same, you will multiply this with 32 multiplied by 10, and then you will add this, so this will become 321. Okay, so again, right, 123 to 12, how did I got? So 123 divided by 10. Okay, so this will become 12. 12 you will do mod, and then same thing. So this is one way you can build a new number. Okay, now for this, right, if understand this n, if let's say if n is of d digits, there are d digits you have, right? So basically input is given, so you will have the d digit number, right? Now let's say one digit, right, let's say if you are to store one digit, and let's assume, right, one digit is taking let's say 1 byte. Okay, or for example, okay, I'm just taking that, but in actually it is not. You have to have the, right, 32-bit right, based on your, right, environment, right? It will be, so 4 byte, let's take, right? So 4 byte, and then 4 into d number of bytes. Okay, now if you are using this process, okay, if you are going to use this process, then you will again build a new number, and that will be of d digit, right? So you are going to use the same number of, right, O of d space, right, and O of d time, because you are going to iterate over those number of digits, right? So this will be your complexity. So same, time will be same, and the space also will be same for this particular approach. Okay, so there are other approaches as well. Okay, so other approach could be, let's talk about the other approach. Okay, so what will be the other approach? So let's say you are going to code this in Java. Okay, so you will convert this into number into string. So let's say you got 1, 2, 3 in double quote. Okay, now Java has a beautiful method, right, string method, that is char at. Okay, char at. Okay, so first thing is you have to find the length of this. Okay, so anyway you have to run through these number of digits. So O of d you will anyway take. Okay, now what will you get with this? You will get, let's say, the length of this as 3. So you will start basically to check the first character and the last character, okay, at the same time. So how will you get the last character index? So the length -1 will be your last character index, and first will start from 0, right? So same 7007, same, right? It will be 4, length equals to 4. So the index would be, this guy index will be 3, this guy will be 0, right? So same, you will keep on matching, and then once it matches, you will move, right, this guy and this guy. So after the first first pass, you are just doing d by 2 times, you are doing the traversal, right, half. So that's how it will be. So this is another, right, beautiful function, right? Another thing is like with the string itself, let's say you can do a reverse, right? There is a function that does the reversal of a string, and then you can just do reverse of this number, and that will anyway give you 3, 2, 1, and you can just try to do equals, right? So a string has equals method. You can use that method, and that will give you, right, whether these two are equal or not, right? So these are, I mean, several approaches. Similarly, right, if instead of a number you are given a string, definitely you can use this caret approach or this approach, okay? Now, if let's say instead of a string, okay, somebody can ask you that, okay, you are given this in some array, okay? If the programming language is not Java, you are just given this, right? So basically in C, if you consider, right, so this will be, the string will be represented as char array with last character as terminating character, right? But the same thing will apply there as well, right? You will start, right, from beginning and end, right, and you will keep on matching. If these two matches, you will proceed, right? So this guy will come here, you will reach here, you will match this. Then again, this is the same, right? Both will reach same, so they will again match, right? So same thing. Let's code. Okay, so I'm going to use the terminal as usual, okay, and let's start. Next, so vi Pallindrome util.java, same class Pallindrome util public. Now we have to say whether it is palindrome or not, right? So what will I return? Boolean, right? It's palin or palindrome, right? Now let's start with the first approach that we discussed, okay? Now so you have to use two variables, right? One is like you have to store a variable, I mean keep a variable temp, in which you will store the value of a num, because we are going to modify the values of num itself, right? So we don't want that to be done with an original variable, right? Now again, there will be a new variable called, let's say, reverse, okay, or a ref, okay. Now ref, you can keep it as 0, okay, for now. Next thing is while, we'll start with the temp, right? Unless this temp becomes 0, right, we will keep on moving in the loop, right? Now what's the first thing that we are going to do? Okay, so rev equals to rev plus temp, rev multiplied by 10 plus temp mod 10. What did I do with this? So if you see, I just got the last number. This will give me the last number. Temp mod 10 will give me the last number, and I will keep on, right, adding this to this, right? Now significance of star 10 you will understand once you come to the second time in this loop, right? Next, after this, what you are going to do is temp equals to temp upon 10. You will keep on dividing, and that's it, okay? So same thing, okay. Now after this, okay, you got a number in the ref. If ref equals to num, okay, then you will say return true, else you will have return as false, okay? So that's the thing. Or you can simplify this as well, right? Just return rev equals to num, right? These are like a simple expression. Now let's test this program. How will you test? Public static void main, right? Ideally this test program should be outside your original code, right? So whenever you are being asked, you just mention that a new class, right, test, and then you can invoke this, right? So same palindrome util object equals to palindrome util next obj, right? So same thing. Sys out. Okay, let's do this, right? int num equals to 100, right? Next, println number, okay? Now plus num plus age and then you can just mention, right? So which palindrome or okay, that's it. So it will say number and then whether it is palindrome or not. Java C, what is the error? Oh, same thing. Mistake, because palindrome is a non-static method, we have to invoke it by this. Okay, so 100 is not a palindrome, right? So what will I provide? Sorry, let's give it 101. True, right? So this thing worked, the first approach. The other approach we talked about. So let's start writing. So public boolean palindrome string num. Next thing is so whatever string that we got, okay, whatever string that we got, we have to reverse it. So for that I have to use string builder. Okay, so let's say reversed string, okay, equals to new string. First we have to pass in the original string, right? Now dot reverse. So string builder has a method called reverse. Because string is immutable class in Java, so a string does not provide anything to reverse, right? So that logic is with a string builder. Okay, so what will we do with this? So we got this string reverse, so we just have to return num is equals, so string has a method called equals and then reverse dot toString. Java C, what is this? Reserve, oh sorry, reserved, okay, typo. Okay, reversed. So this is going to be reverse string and then compile the program. Okay. Oh, I have to call that as well. So please add a new line and then this num is an integer, right? So what I have to provide is string, okay, string dot value of, right? The value of will convert any data type to the string, right? Now here this is the very bad variable declaration. We should keep it str, okay. Oh sorry, Pallindrome run. So see, both the methods we are getting the same results, right? So the second method is specifically being implemented here because we are writing program in Java and we are using the libraries. Okay. Now next thing is like one thing to note. So by default Java, right? So will basically by default, let's say if you are using some other programming language, right, so you will not be able to implement it this way, right? Other approach, like we can do it like we can traverse it by caret, right? So and then we'll keep on moving. Okay, so that is another approach. You can try it on your own. Thank you.